Hello everybody, this is Leviathan here from the Westmarch Workshop, of course, and we have a stellar crew of your BlizzPro Diablo team here to discuss both Day 2 at BlizzCon and then more specifically all the awesome Diablo news that we've gotten, not only yesterday but also today from some of the lightning talks that have been happening and whatnot. So let's start out, generally, how have you guys been feeling about your BlizzCon experience? Start with 9ball here.
Hey everybody. All I can say is wow, I know there was a lot of hesitation and some problems with the community with Diablo only getting a single panel, but that really undersold just how big the Slaughtered Calf Inn was. Every single hour throughout both days, they had a different developer up there giving a 15-minute speech. A lot of it was stuff that wasn't covered in the panel, and then anything that was, they expanded upon it more. They talked about just the rework of the buff system in the panel. Wyatt then went up and talked even more about it. They are moving some of the buffs up to the minimap, and then they're doubling the amount of buffs that you can see. And then they doubled it. There we go. That's one joke. But it's just been so much content that I don't even know where to begin. But I have to say probably one of my favorite things so far is some of the reworked sets. They went and updated the Melee Demon Hunter with the Shadow's Bane set, and it is disgusting. It is beautiful. I don't even know how to properly communicate my love for this new build, but let's just say that it's Demon Hunters are back. Yeah. And then also just if you ever have the ability to come to a BlizzCon, you have to, because the devs are just walking around. Diablo this year did have a specific corner, and they were there the entire time. Just you'd walk up and talk to them or get something signed, but you can just go through and see devs from any of the games just walking by and walk up and have a conversation, talk to them, see how they're doing.
Cool. All right, and then we'll head over to Lala. Tell us about your experience here at BlizzCon so far, and then some favorite Diablo stuff.
Well, this was my first BlizzCon. It was yay! It was different than I thought, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. It was definitely a lot bigger space-wise. I was expecting the people, but having that much space, I wasn't expecting to be able to walk. So that was a good thing. But definitely spent a lot of time at the Slaughtered Calf Inn. Definitely my favorite part. Lots of people, lots of devs, lots of playtime. My favorite thing from the panel would actually be the augmented equipment, the being able to increase the power just with gems. And I actually asked Travis Day because I wasn't sure how that worked. And if you get a piece and you want to augment it right away, you can use a 25, and then later, if you have better gear, you can use a 50, and it's going to take the 50. It's not adding it on. It takes the highest one. So.
Cool. All right, now we actually have a special guest because I lied to you a little bit. Not everyone here is from BlizzPro, but my good friend here, Nolan, also known as Monstrous, is an MVP on the official Diablo forums, and he also does a lot of work for Diablo fans. You've probably seen his infographics everywhere. Guy is awesome at what he does. So go ahead, Nolan, take it away with your favorite BlizzCon experiences and also what you were hyped about from the Diablo stuff.
All right. Well, first off, my favorite part was definitely the getting to meet the community, everybody here and just the developers and the community team. That was definitely the highlight. Just everybody's so nice and personal. This is my first BlizzCon. I'm a BlizzCon noob. Yeah, you are too. But yeah, yep. so I didn't know what to expect coming in, but it blew my mind how receptive and just how welcoming everybody was. And as far as Diablo, I'm really, really excited for the set dungeons. There's so many items and just the new sets, and yeah, set dungeons are going to be really, really popular. That's exactly what I'm imagining right now. I think everybody here is excited for them.
Modes for Diablo.
Challenge modes for Diablo, basically, yeah, based on the set that you're wearing. So if you have, let's say you're wearing Immortal Kings, there's going to be a specific dungeon just for that when you're wearing that set, and there's a bunch of different little achievements and different things that you have to accomplish wearing that set. So it sounds really, really fun, and I'm really, really looking for that. So
awesome. Thank you so much, sir. And now we head over to my good friend Dreadscythe, the man behind the missions. You never see him really, but he's always there. And he actually does a lot of the like overlay work, a lot of the graphical work that you'll see with some of the headers on diablo.blizzpro.com. So you're going to love his stuff. We want to hear from you as well. How about your BlizzCon experience and your favorite Diablo thing?
All right. This BlizzCon has been just purely amazing. Last year was rough with a couple of people not being able to make it out, but this year's been the complete 180. Getting to meet Nine Ball again, second time in a year. Finally meet Leviathan in person, Nolan, Lala, and just the entire Blizzard family and the entire extended community that is Diablo 3 and everybody else. Getting to meet all the CMs. I mean, it's always a treat being third year here. The opening ceremony itself is worth coming, being in the aura of Crit's medicine. That man is amazing. Sylvanas got her time to shine in cinematic, and if you have to bleep this out, her badassity is so much she didn't have to speak one word during it, and you felt it. So that's how you know they did so good in that cinematic. But as far as D3, why we're all here, is concerned, I think we all had a small measure of what's coming into this BlizzCon, about like what we were getting and everything, but they totally blew the lid off of what our expectations on set items, zones, everything. Like what we thought we would get, they kicked it up a notch, and that's why I think this Diablo 3 team, even though they like to stay in hell a little bit, pardon the pun, they always reach up and they always come back to us with more and more. And there's always this sense of we have to have the faith. Whether it's in Akrad or in the high heavens, we just have to maintain that. Like they said, there's so much to talk about. That'll be for another time. But yeah, just purely amazing. Get to a BlizzCon if you can. And D3 is in a good place and it's only going to get better.
Awesome, man. Thank you. And I guess I'll give you guys my thoughts, too. This is my first time. No one wants to hear that? No one wants to hear that. This is my first time here at BlizzCon as well. Super stoked that I actually made it this year. It's nothing short of a miracle, I suppose, at this point. But it's been overwhelmingly amazing. From just the awesomeness of walking around and people being like, hey, you're that guy from, whatever you used to do. And being able to see devs, like you guys have been saying, walking around and super personable. Like one story I want to relate, we were sitting at the Slaughter Cafe Inn waiting for one of the lightning talks to happen, and we're standing behind Josh Mosquera sitting at a table with a bunch of just, random fans that had come in and were kind of waiting for stuff to happen too. And one of them says, hey, Josh, we want to buy you a beer. And he says, I'll do you one better. I'm going to buy you a beer and one for myself as well. And so he just goes to the line. I think he cut the line. I mean, I guess you can do that when you develop a game for Blizzard. And then came back and just laid him down and still sat with them again, kept talking, and then we got our own 15 minutes of fame with him too. And that's just one echo of time and time again. Similar stories. We got to hang out a ton with Wyatt this time around, Wyatt Cheng, who also designs things on Diablo as well. So it's just been fantastic, top to bottom. And specifically for Diablo, the Crusaders' time has come. I feel like we're going to return to an amazing spot, so that's what I'm super stoked for. There's a big rework to a cons where it's similar to kind of the IK treatment that the Barb got. And then the Invoker set, which was a labor of love from Wyatt as well. You can tell that a lot of stuff went into that because there's rune reworks, there's brand new items, or I guess some repurposed items that got new legendary powers that will synergize with that. The whole entire set was redesigned top to bottom. It's a 6-piece set now. So I hope you guys will participate. We learned the PTR is going to go live. By the time you're hearing this, it might already be up, but it should be late next week, and that's mid-November or so. So, I mean, we're stoked. I'm stoked. I think everyone here can't say enough good things. Again, coming into BlizzCon, we thought, it doesn't look so great. It's going to be a little bit of content for Diablo, but man, they jam-packed it. They absolutely did. So I kind of want to give you guys the floor back again if there's any sort of like final thoughts or things you think we didn't hit on that we should probably touch on for Diablo.
Stash space.
We would be remiss to not mention so much stash space coming in. You'll be able to buy one new slot, or is that right? One page. Yep. And then with Season 5, when that goes live, you'll be able to earn yet another stash tab. And then as the seasons continue as well, up to a maximum of 10 total, you'll be able to have extra stash space, which is what we've all been clamoring for forever. Everyone's celebrating. You can't even see them on camera. This guy's holding a sign that says, I love stash space. I know it. Anyone else? Anything that major that we probably didn't hit that we should?
a lot of new character models. A lot of new character models. There's some new environments that are really, really good. We actually had the chance to meet some of the people designing the new environments, and everything just looks so good, so good. So yeah, and they promised, or they didn't really promise, they said that we could be expecting those in Rifts and Greater Rifts too. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
And forgive me, who did we live stream bomb with?
Oh, Riker.
Riker. Yeah, we the four of us, we bombed his live stream. We were playing along, helping him out with the live stream chat, answering questions and everything. But I guess something that's really important to point out is with the builds that we're playing here, they're even different than the internal builds, because I remember back in the Diablo 3 and RLS beta, what they had on the demo stations was even 2 weeks old compared to what they're playing internally. So you have to keep in mind that with all the streams, all the content, and all the things you're seeing from BlizzCon with Quinn and Datmods as well. And also you have to remember, they don't want people to die in those demos. So if you see any kind of content or any kind of like comments are a little bit negative, it's like all defensive gems, all defensive passives. It's not geared towards a offensive play here, because they just want people to get in, to explore, and play. Whatever we have here, it'll be immeasurably better once you are able to customize it and actually tweak out the min-maxing. I can see most, if not all, the sets that they reworked really take a shine and really be better equalized after the fact. I just wanted to make sure that got pointed out.
Awesome.
And just, I guess, to maybe go through and close it off, but just to really speak to how big this patch is. This is like the largest content update that they've done since Reaper itself. Over 175 new bounties,
Yep.
It was 50 new items. They reworked 10 classic sets, new gym, more stash space. They got more, new zones, like a whole new zone. They're expanding Shesharon further. They're expanding Leoric's Manor, set dungeons. I mean, it is ridiculous. Empowered rifts. They have a gold sink. It's like then new cube recipe to augment your gear, the buff bar, everything. I mean, it is just amazing how much they're actually going through and putting into this. And also, one of the other big things is we're getting a date too. Season 4 should be ending around the end of December, and a couple of weeks, they didn't give exact date, but a couple of weeks after that should be going into season 5 and patch 2.4. And then they're going to look to be every month past that 3 months, or every season past that 3 months. And they're kind of like hunkering down and making a commitment to when we're going to get this regular content and the regular updates. So it's like, going again, I started with this going into BlizzCon. It was, a lot of doom and gloom, but it's only getting better from here. It really is.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's a great way to close things off. There's just tons of changes to look forward to. I think Josh said it best when we were talking to him. They have a really solid base now. Like, there's nothing else to really tinker with. So at this point, they can just create awesome stuff going forward. And I think we're going to see that from patch to patch. They wouldn't tell us what's coming in 2.5. They still want to keep the 2.4 hype. I hope you guys are going to get excited to go out there, play around with it, test it out, and then eventually hop in there for the real thing. So on behalf of everyone here from BlizzPro, Lala, Nineball, Leviathan, myself, Nolan, Monstrous, Dreadscythe, thank you guys so much, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.